is not much time left for is the drop. The players are coming, ladies and gentlemen. We are here, Map 3, Esports World Cup, Call of Duty Warzone. A lot of action underway.
Here we go, all of our players dropping out of the plane, and well, yes, of course, there's early encounters, and there's a lot of team fights, and they're already grabbing one, marking one, Cloud9 in trouble, everyone falling, and I believe it's Bread trying to get out of dodge, actually hit a zip to get out. It was almost a full team wipe. Cloud9 immediately in trouble, and so is Dongy.
Oh, and then where does Breadman decide that he wants to play afterwards? He hits his water tower. Of course he does. He decides to make his way over, play that anchor role, essentially provide all that outlook that we saw him drop yesterday. On board then with the Australians representing Na'Vi. These three have been cooked in the first two games, and it's again a case of you had those two games. This Group C setups, lineups come in. Can you cook them before they warm up?
This might be the only team, by the way, thus far in the competition near the top of the leaderboard. I think they're top 3, and it's because of placement. They were top 5 back-to-back games in the first 2. Let's see if they can repeat that success. Even with impressive performances leading up to the World Cup, some people looked at Na'Vi as still that dark horse, underdog, maybe underhorse. Who knows? This Na'Vi squad is here to play. They're here to slay. Here we go. Omit looking for some early encounters, finding Destroy, another team near the top of the leaderboard, but being punished for it. That's what happens. It's Rebirth, it's Resurgence, and it's the very beginning of this map.
Team Destroy, the second top team currently in Group A, but finding trouble with one of the new squads coming in. Omit, that's the Puerto Rican side. Tommy picking up Intex. That's better news for Alula. The Des touched on that quite a bit. They've got a lot to do here. This is their last 2 chances through this afternoon. Destroy's back in, however, does have himself a kill, considering the whole prison side safety play here as he starts to try and assess where the rest of the players are around him. Matt is going to find up Stukex, and all the noise here early on. You can see a lot of players concerned, but we haven't lost any teams yet. Teams adjusting and figuring out things on the fly.
It's all about that anchor. And speaking of anchor, falling in the kill feed, Nate Dogg out of here. Team Destroy a little bit in trouble without their anchor. Got to slow their roll. They rely on their kills early, and right now, not able to get a ton as we swap back to AB Wiz. Now, this team, you might see Prodigy's 0 kills, 500 damage, and be like, how many kills do they have? They have a 3 total between this squad, so they've already wiped the equivalent of a full team, and well, we were hyping up Na'Vi as we swap positions. High ground continues to prove successful. Zeppa goes out. That's 2 down potentially for this Na'Vi squad if they're not careful. Can't quite clean him up though. Should he self-revive? Maybe? No. See you later. Limax all by himself on low ground. Needs to make a smart play here or could punish his entire team.
Oh, I love the pinch play that's coming in because Limax is now stuck between a rock and a hard place. So that gunfight goes on for so long and it ends up being Limax's demise. Levi will be the last player alive. We're back on board with another Al-Ula member. That will be Lennon. Wow. Bullets using the smoke to try and provide some coverage. And honestly, I like this play. Check away, slip underneath. Not a lot of players like to play around here. And Cloud9 looking to reset from earlier errors by the team that are applying the pressure.
Yeah, Cloud9 has been in a blender this whole map. Welcome to Resurgence, my friends. You've been waiting in the wings for a while, and first map not going your way, but looking to try to take back Red's open high. No, they're in trouble. They could get a full team wipe. Cloud9 is your first team eliminated. There was a chance at stabilization, but Ultimate High continues to prove the win condition. See you later, Cloud9. You better have a better map too. You are just getting started. You are at the bottom of the leaderboard.
If we want to talk about one of the sides that was really performing in the opening games, it was going to be the Syndicate and Intex here trying to provide cover. Lennon's going to get shut down trying to push on through and to provide support, and that's 2 players completely obliterated from Al-Ula. We're just seeing the kind of work that's coming out there from the SGP Syndicate, setting up those crossfires, providing cover where required. Beautiful stuff from them yet again.
It was just too late for Al-Ula. They're going for third party, and it was like 5-6 seconds too late. I don't know if that was maybe the call or maybe they just wanted that position. You can see Tom's playing anchor way off on that far right-hand side. This is where they drop Bio, right? Yes. All the way to the top of the map. This is where he's going to be hanging out the entire time. And it works to get his teammates back. And maybe he told them to run in and go get her. Maybe Jukius was let off the leash. I don't know. But it did not work for him. Al-Ula's got to change their strategy. Reminder, folks, Group A still playing. They only have 2 more maps today in our group stages. You've got to get some points on the board if you're near the bottom. Speaking of points, Methods on 5.
Yeah, and what a story this is. This is a man who used to compete in Warzone, was always a part of Spain's top trio. Whoever decided to retire, take up an offer to coach the Miami Heretics over in the CDL, but has now bounced back this competition. Teams back up with Cams and Darga, and will be picking up 5 kills nice and early. Back in with Team Destroy there. Nate Dogg will find one. The trio here just looking to push on through Factory, but they will have company from Twisted Minds. Aydan will be top floor in Knight, trying to provide some sort of support from the mid-ground. But the one thing is here, you're 2v3, you got to be very cautious about where your anchor is.
Yeah, only 2 kills in total for this trio, so they're going to play it slow here. They know the kills will come. We talked to this team. They said, look, we're going to go for kills. We're going to play for those early aggressive moments when we can, but it's all about the high percentage gunfights. And frankly, Shifty and Biffle love the 2v3s. This team gonna slow their roll. They've got their anchor. Let's get our teammate back, and then we make our push. That's the name of the game. As we switch to our Puerto Rican squad, Team Omit, an NA-based org, picked up this Puerto Rican trio. And frankly, these are the underdogs we're looking for. These were the bubbles Shift was talking about. They're right on that middle average during solos. Let's see what they can do here.
No, you're completely right, but again, surprise is the story of the day. New Icon said Group B is the group of death for who? Certainly not us, and certainly not what we expect in the mid. Trying to repeat that as we see Tenix here take ultimate high ground. He's going to be able to give out a lot of information. You got to assume that he will try and play anchor from here and let his teammates run loose, but right now, with the circle beginning to close here on 2, a lot of squads are going to be pushed in up from various areas such as living quarters, from the bottom side of factory, and even potentially Tommy from bioweapons as these boys start to get squeezed that little bit tighter.
Yeah, this is not the same Twisted Mind squad that we saw in the last couple maps. This is not the squad flying at every opponent they can get their hands on. There's still plenty of time on this Resurgence timer, but they do not want to give up this position. They don't feel like they're in an advantageous spot to push a fight, but they hear footsteps. They hear somebody down below. It's Destroy trying to make a play by himself. Here comes backup as Destroy tries to play his life, plays it fairly well. Aydan able to grab the knock. Somehow doesn't get shot as he gets stuck coming back through the window. I thought for sure he'd get traded out there, but Nate Dogg just didn't have an angle way off onto this other side. Oh, Aydan, frankly, it feels lucky to me that Aydan doesn't get cut down there.
Yeah, and this whole factory region is starting to build up, by the way. We have Team Zixt in the region, as well as Team Destroy, and then we've also got arriving players from BSL who like to play around the region. We've seen what they can do throughout this tournament. Dongy, going to use the Interrogate here on StuKex, try and find his 2 teammates. Don't have the information he requires, potentially, because the player's just landed above and will actually back on off. And I think that's the right play. Your teammate's just been interrogated, you get the hell out of Dodge.
And unfortunately, I believe Hamoud was just fully eliminated. Their entire team, I think, out of here as well. So we were hyping them up, we were excited for them, but frustratingly, one of our home teams eliminated. See you later. We'll see you in the next map. Maybe you can turn the luck the other way. Who knows? But Bagel, a team that's won on 0. Living up to his namesake.
Absolutely. Won't like to watch that one back. You can see the question from Puckett earlier on. But one of the things I will say, the 2 teams out at this point, Cloud9 and Zix, they're both squads coming into this. So clearly just a little bit ice, slow starts. We expect more from both of them. On board with someone who we weren't sure what to expect. And it is going to be Method Sick, who picks up his 7th, absolutely cooking early on. And we spoke about what these early kills can do for a team. They just can let you play positions late on and put you in the ultimate position to take out a map.
Yeah, the Heretics org here, this Spanish team, one to watch out for. Dream was talking about them early. Here's Method's look here, swinging back for, what is this, a 2-piece? Come on, this is a replay, by the way. Looking back over and over again, racking up kill after kill after kill. Make it 5, make it 6. He's on 7 now, by the way. Method Sick, a terror on the map here this time around for map number 3.
Absolutely loved to watch that Reign of Terror back, I won't lie. But someone who will be in a very difficult spot right now is going to be BSL, because although they are off towards the factory here, a position that they like, they're going to be pushed in by this next zone, and they've got a lot of players sat up around headquarters that could look out on over them, and Team Destroy are not far away.
Yeah, not as much of a kill lead as before, but reminder, Nate Dogg is their anchor, okay? So seeing him on 2, sometimes those anchors are able to pick up several kills, especially from distance. It's kind of the name of the game in Resurgence. But watch out for that timer. It begins to move. The circle, 33 seconds. You'll see the new timer pop, and that's the timer for Resurgence to end, all right? That timer closing the circle will be 60 seconds on the clock when this circle begins to move. Watch out, because if you die right at 61 seconds, see ya. Head back to the lobby.
Team Eisen here just taking control of mid-prison, maybe letting all the rotations happen. Let the dust settle, check out the lay of the land. Honestly, if Rodrigo had re-peeked that window, he would have found BSL directly underneath. And actually, BSL are going to push out on one of the only remaining players of Team Al-Ula, who continue to be in trouble. One of the players actually hits the water tower, but it feels like desperation. They are in a blender, continuing to struggle in this.
Yeah, take a look at that mini-map, the top left-hand corner of your screen. 14, that's BSL. They're trying to find out. Ooh, and they find Linen. Drops. I don't think it's a full team wipe. Not yet. Somebody just barely flies in the nick of time. So incredibly close. everyone hunting for full team wipes. We are down to 9 teams, by the way. Vision out of here, Crimson Squad out of here, C9 out of here, Twisted Minds out of here, by the way. Fully eliminated on this map. This is getting dicey.
Taking a quick look, by the way, at next zone. A lot of teams got to make rotation towards it, but it is a lot of open ground, Goj. And if you've got yourself control, center control, like Heretics do, or you've got yourself rooftop prison, you have a lookout over so many teams they're going to be trying to play on through. And Lam is one of the players up here at the top, but as this Puerto Rican side begins to assess where everyone might be coming from, you've got to be wary of Team Aydan below. Will they make a play for the roof? Elo, by the way, was on 9 kills. That is a terrific performance thus far, and we are starting to tick towards the end of our 4th circle.
Resurgence closed. You lose your life, you got to get bought back. No more coming back for free, my friends. Juki's falling in the kill feed from, who is it? Elo, Team Omit on top on high ground. Team Omit on top on kills currently. We're into the final 9 teams. Our multiplayer starts, by the way, at 8. This next one, incredibly crucial for that 1.2x and counting multiplier, depending on how far you can make it. But the zone continuing to shrink. It's about to get real mixy real quick on this next rotation.
It's even more mixy when Liam gets knocked by a mortar, I believe, and then the rest of the team take a whole lot of damage as well. And what's that going to tell to Prodigy, Wiz, and Oki? Come back for this, because there are players where you drop that mortar, they absolutely fly at it. Prodigy sends a C4 in, does get damage, rings out bullets, hip fire, and will clean that up. And Bagel and Co's late rotation will be their undoing for Team Abwiz, who continue to look good here. Had a great day in the solos, and even better here in map 3.
Yeah, welcome to group stages, Oki. I like it. This team looking very strong right now, but they got to take down Ultimate High. Destroy's team fully eliminated. A massive swing underground by Rodrigo, Maddie, Zun. Rodrigo, Maddie, and Zun were talking some trash. They were excited to play. They were excited to prove that they deserve to be here, and apparently that's the case, especially in map number 3. They make a play underground in zone, and they bide their time. They're looking for the multipliers. Top 5 now is the next one you're playing for. Dongy gets caught unaware. Didn't hear the footsteps. It takes trouble. Uh-oh. It's about to be untimely demise for this Dongy squad.
Yeah, the Syndicate, they've done well thus far, but this will be their undoing. Zund here with 9, a ridiculous performance thus far. Gonna back on off as the Bunker Buster comes in. Gas will likely deny aerial, the push through, sorry, the AoE. Intex just trying to hold this door, but he is relatively by himself. But look at that zone pull. I was about to talk about how Navi had a wonderful position in next zone, but as it pulls the entire opposite direction, it's going to send so many teams on the rotation.
And Navi falls. Finally, I believe they're 8, team 8. You see it, Limax getting fully eliminated. Oki's on 10, by the way. Our top teams going into the final 5 have a crazy amount of eliminations. This will certainly mix up our leaderboard. This is a wild performance from a ton of our squads. 18, 17, 13 kills from these teams. An unreasonable amount of eliminations, and they're being paid for it in kind with the multiplier. Into the final 4, we've got a 1.4x currently, 1.7 is second. You gotta get there, and you gotta cut down some teams in the process. Intex all alone likely will fall here. Who gets the kill? It is the Abwiz team. This is Prodigy. Who's there to hold him on the rotation, though? It's
Prodigy!
Heretics going huge! Top 3 still alive. An opportunity to make history for the Spanish squad.
And Marty will be the only thing that can deny them, but Marty actually finds cams, and Marty has the overlook onto Methods sick as well. Gets the damage in, only has the pistol to play with. Methods has to push this. Methods is out of here. What a performance there to see things out, and the squad yet again goes. We talk about a team that we never saw this coming from. Absolutely massive, and the amount of kills they were rocking up throughout, that is huge. Must have been pushing up towards 20 by the end.
Welcome to the global stage. Welcome to the Esports World Cup, Team Aydan. Latin America is showing out today. I believe they ended that game with 19